said hi.
Yeah, I say you go for it.
We tape it. Yeah. Is that,
That's fine with me, she'll do, and it's not mayor type them,
yeah,
Right.
not fun,
yeah.
so, yeah.
And it doesn't have to be as perfect as Janice's was, we know that.
Well, and she has a lot to do that for her own record, you know, she's.
But these were things that she couldn't change, and Mark has to leave, he couldn't get one changed either, so.
There is one here, I think, Bill came on this morning, and I apologize profusely, I told him after, you know. And one thing that usually just absolutely takes precedence over anything is they've got child need to services change, where the child has to be removed.
Morning,
I asked him
How you doing?
Good, how about you?
Second Tuesday from here on, and there's just one that haven't come yet.
That is just how we appreciate your service and you being here.
And I'm honored.
Dewey, this is Mark Stalker. Mark, this is Dewey Collins, he's president of the board.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you
Doing well, sir.
Is that like a serious thing, or that was your goal? Sorry, I know.
It was a result. He wasn't suicidal, he had suicidal tendency, he wanted a ride to Harsha. The guy in the shower,
Yeah.
and I put a skid.
I guess we didn't sign it last time.
Nice enough.
I think,
Was involved, but
Yeah,
I took care of that.
all right,
I don't need it.
here's my thing.
there comes Nick then.
Covers.
Thank you. Are you gonna do this
Been
tomorrow?
crazy lately,
She's gonna turn it on.
I got it on.
so sorry.
Can you do minutes from the recorders?
I can't today, this month, no, I'm gonna be out of town, and I'm like, we're gonna be crazy. I've got lots of Indianapolis trips and Michigan trips, and
Does one of your kids play baseball?
trips.
Oh, I've seen your husband carrying your daughter on his back.
Yes, yeah,
And I've not had a chance to, I'm sure that's him.
yes, yeah, that is, so, our nephew, James Hamilton, moved up to that 12U league, so we've been jumping back and forth, because we're there most nights for anyway, so.
Yeah, I've up some of them by a couple times.
Yeah, she's still not walking on her foot, so that's fine. It's been a while.
I understand that.
Actually, Anna, if you get me a notebook that I can take notes for, too, I'll share it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So they're not doing this whole.
We'll get started here, but I've got about 1 minute left, don't we?
I got 8:31.
Yeah.
Thumbs.
You got 6:30?
8:31.
There's daylight savings time as well.
guys want to do what? Take the lead?
You bet. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And I'd like to welcome our new attorney.
Thank you, sir.
Would you spell your last name?
Salcup, Stalcup, and my first name is Mark with a K, and the middle initial B.
Thank you.
Guys, want to, I don't know if Mark knows everybody or not, you going
I did introduce him to everybody as they came in, so.
Okay.
I wanted to apologize profusely. I am gonna have everything cleared for the second Tuesday from here on out. I did have one here that didn't come off at 9 o'clock. So I wanted to run down here and I apologize. I tried to give everything undivided attention, but this morning getting hired, I didn't quite get that wrong the calendar it looks like, so we'll have to run down there, but I won't let that happen again in the future.
We understand.
And Mitzi had 2 previous October and November, so she'll be here in December. She couldn't change those, so.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we'll jump right into here. Everybody here. And has everybody had a chance to go over the minutes of the previous meeting?
I did not, but I think it was all right. I read it online.
I read them online when they first came through.
I think they were all right. I made a motion to
The
accept.
only thing,
Oh.
Brian, it's Brian.
It's like,
It's Brian Hunt. It's
Oh.
not Larry.
So,
okay,
That's the only thing I saw.
we fix that easily?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Stuff is on there, so I make, all, a bit of changes, to fix the name. Do we accept the minutes from last month?
second.
All in favor? Thank you. All right, do you have any additions or deletions or anything? Deletions, okay. We have anything about the previous meeting that we'll add or subtract for today's meeting? Okay, communications to the board, move right into that. Kay Brewer. Kay has an appointment she needs to get to, so she wants to address it.
I apologize. Groundbreakers would like to park on Lake Charlton Lake. I don't know who all needs these. I didn't print, but it's 5 or 6, so I apologize. Thank you, Sharon.
Well, people apologize today.
Well, I thought I printed copies. Oh, I needed these 2 apart. I'll let you choose what's next. You guys have the people that want the poker runs. We have the gaming license. We do. We do. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark, did I get you one? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, is anybody out here want one? Okay, so basically, we want to keep our fee the same, which is the $20 that we would normally charge. And $10 of that would go back into prize money that would be divided up 50, 35, and 15 between first, second, and third place hands. The park would get $5 of the 20, Brownbackers would get $5 of the 20. What we would be looking at is, we're giving you this $5 to let us advertise out here, to use the park, the roads, and if you guys would put it on the little message board out there, that would be what we're asking of you. We will run it if you'll let us just have the run out here. And you guys don't have to man any of it or anything like that. At the end, we would bring you what we had divided out. We'd have an accounting of it because we have to keep immaculate records. So you would know exactly how many players we had and exactly how much your cut is and how much our cut is. So that's what we would propose. Because the last 3 that we had, we don't get the business up on the square. that, you know, that I know you guys had people out here that wanted the poker runs and you can only do 3 festival and 3 regular. So, like, we would like to have one during like the 4th of July, May days, and then maybe like the Halloween that we're getting ready to have. And then maybe we could kind of keep the park and lake going a little longer into October. The more you have people out here, the more revenue you're generating, the more we're helping you, the more you're helping us.
You've got the correct license and all this stuff for this.
Correct.
Gaming commission.
Correct. We can't do it this year, we would have to do it next year.
And how many are you allowed to do?
6.
When I was trying to get that done, they told us we could only have 2 overruns.
For what we just did, and I've had to I've talked to them consistently, they told us 3 festival and 3 regular poker runs. So through the year, and that's over the course of the year.
3 off-site. Is what you call an off-site?
They just said regular, like,
Not
yeah. So you can have a total of 3 and 3. So we could do like 3 in the off months and 3 in the, like festival times.
Okay, anybody got any questions?
My question is, we just keep coming back to the money, like, we supposedly couldn't make money off of that, correct?
This would be a donation.
But this is a donation to
This
us,
would be a
so
donation.
that, okay.
We would just basically be collecting your fees and bringing fees to you.
Well, I think the brown backers is good.
Oh, I agree. We just gotten,
If you're sure you have it all taken care of, we don't wanna get into,
Oh, we don't either.
oh, so we've been scrutinized in the past.
Oh, I
and so on.
understand. I used to work out here.
Okay, so that was my only thing, is as long as, because I know that we are still, we just wanna make sure we're on clear on all of that, but it sounds like you are very well versed in this.
Do they have to have some kind of proof of insurance to come out there and operate?
Yes.
I would think so.
We do that.
Hmm.
And that's for spring.
And this is just me being nosy, one of the other stops on the poker run, this is the beginning? or-
We would just wanna have the stops within the park.
Okay.
We,
That was what I was wondering, because sometimes I helped out with one for Toys R Us out of Terre Haute, and they had bars, and one where we had was when they stopped in the bar, sometimes the big guys getting a little happy, for lack of a better term.
right,
That kind of closed the possible danger, but I didn't think that was gonna happen here.
no, that's why we wanna just have it within the park.
so you have your own insurance.
Correct.
And I assume you have proof of that. You have to understand,
I understand
you know,
completely.
We don't, we
Yes.
don't be responsible for that.
anything.
And I will verify with Springer. I will make sure that that's in place before we ever decide to, do that.
Once you have that, could you drop a copy off?
Absolutely.
Or one of the big ones that you can see,
I mean, I'm okay with it, but you need to talk with campers, friends of Park and Lake with Brian Hunt, when he was trying to get all that figured out, like, just say.
She's
round
having
numbers.
Friday and Saturday of all the holidays.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, they were even working on it, but if you guys are willing, you sound like they're set up to come in and do this, then that would take the burden off of,
Yeah, maybe we, Brian can do it on off weekends.
yeah.
So,
Or if they can only do 6, 3 of the events, Brian could do it the other day, because we use it on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
When's your first event?
It's up to you guys, if you guys decide to do this or not. But I figured if we did like May days, and then do one then, do one in June, do the weekend of 4th of July, and then August, we would pick a day, and then, September, we would do Labor Day. Whatever the 3 holidays are that you guys want us to do, that's when we would do them. And then we would just, with you guys' discretion, whenever you guys think is best, we would do the other three. We don't care when they are, but we can do 3 festival and 3 regular. So that's,
Well, if you have all the insurance and all that taken care of,
we also have where they sign a liability clause saying that they won't hold us, or we would add you guys to that as well. That they have to sign before they ever pay their $20 and go on their way.
Sounds good to me.
I make a motion, we accept her proposal
Second.
with the, you bring all the important information.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank
For
you.
being willing to partner with us.
Oh, thank you.
Hope it works out.
So maybe get her in contact with Brian towards the beginning of the year, because he's our friends of the park, and they kind of do a look on that, and see if you needed help or assistance and stuff.
Great, we can do that.
So,
Great.
all right, thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great day.
You too.
I know you, but I don't know you. You've been to board meetings here before, haven't you?
Actually, no, this is the first time I've ever been to one, but,
You camped here?
no, we live on Salt Lake, and we did the rock project, and I'm here today for apply for a document.
Oh.
Rock Marietta, I think I dealt with you here in last.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. So I didn't know if that's something you guys want to do right now, or is that, I didn't know how this exactly works.
Make your presentation.
Okay. I have a doc permit for, over here on private road, 255 North. Property's in my wife's name, so
And her name is,
Megan Marietta, and my name is Brock Marietta. So application filled out in her name. We live over there with a kind of wherever they call Party Cove or whatever, right on that Cedar House. So we have quite a bit of frontage there, but it's never had a dock. So I was trying to think about applying for a permit. I got all my neighbors that are on the lake around me, the sign, got phone numbers, addresses. And then have, fill out the best that I know, fill out your application. So I didn't know if you want to see,
Is there a diagram?
yeah. What kind of have,
How big is the dock we're talking about?
it'd be your guys' parameters, 25 inches, 25 feet long, about 6 foot wide. It'd just be a straight shot, because it's not very deep over there, so we don't have much water hit, but, it's not exactly to scale. Here is the actual dock, just 2 sections, about 20 or 12 feet each, and then, 3 legs, and then there's a diagram where the neighbors that sign are at, and then, also where we think about putting the dock itself, and then distance from other people's docks. And, that's I can measure out on Google Earth.
I can see in my mind the lady's face, but I can't think of her name, that lives over by you.
Jean,
Who?
Jean,
No.
Camille,
Was it Camille's the one that was close?
they live right next door.
That's what I thought.
There's, we have some, on that road, there's a couple of people that moved in, I don't know them, then when you come back, it's the Bad Simpson, and then we've got some new neighbors, the Carlsons, like they just moved in, and then,
This lady was John's, brickyard out there, or whatever the name of that is.
I don't recognize those.
oh, I think, yeah, I don't know.
None of us know.
Well, I was trying to think, yeah, and I can show you on the map if you're kind of interested in.
I'm going through the names and I got them all covered.
That's, yeah, I don't know who else is on that one.
Yeah, because
Try to see that, you
Yeah.
know, I just put that on that.
if we're at the very end of it, I don't know, like, it's right here. So we're, somewhere right in here, and there's a dock here, a couple docks here, and, but it's right on that point.
If I could think of her name, then I Cause I know where she lives.
Was she the one that maybe did, started the rock project one time, like kinda got it going, getting the signatures and stuff?
She was in on that, on the bank erosion.
Dawn,
Yes.
Dawn D or something like.
Dawn
That
Dean.
story.
You're right.
I don't think she lives there anymore.
All right, then, never mind. I was just thinking, I know where she lives, I know where you live.
Yeah, yeah, I think they must have rented or something and moved out of that place.
I'm not sure if you want to go to divorce.
Well, I think something like that happened, yeah.
That
I
happened.
don't,
That happens.
I don't try to keep up on too much of that, I just, you
No,
know.
no, but now I do know where you live, I know where's that.
Yeah.
Damon, does it meet your expectations?
Yeah, it's under the size it's supposed to be, right at the size, so.
Yeah, I just figured try to get a little bit of distance, but make it a little wider, just, I think that, it probably be actually 6 foot, but I want it wide enough in case, you know, maybe a wheelchair or something on it, because I got, you know, aging parents and things like that.
Nice of you.
Trying to think ahead, yeah.
Us age.
As time goes on and, you know, people, you know, as you do things, it's like, I don't really need to think about this, because one day I'm gonna be there too, so.
What do you think, Damon?
I think it looks good.
You're replacing an existing dock?
This one there, this is, I think maybe that's where, we've got like a family cabin that I lived at one time, and that's where we did the rock project.
Yeah.
And then my wife and I bought another house north of that, and it never had a dock, but the other family place has a dock. It's had a dock since we bought it, like 20 years ago, I think, 20-some years ago. And that's where we did the rock abatement, because they have that big sheer face right across from the pine trees over there in the park. We did that like a couple of years ago.
I remember now, from way out on a point.
Yeah, and it had a huge sheer face right there.
Yeah.
And we had, they ended up putting the rock like all the way, almost to the top, to keep from having to totally rip out all the trees and cut it back.
I'll make a motion to accept the names we
Second.
What was your motion? I didn't hear it.
accept his proposal for.
Exactly. You second? All in favor? All right.
You have to sign it, really.
Well, thank you, apologize, I'll be.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
See, it was kind of difficult getting this lined up because getting everybody to sign it and then I'm like, all right, ready to go. And then I call up and they're like, well, actually, I was getting ready to go the next morning. I was at work and I looked at the times and I'm like, 8:30 in the morning. So I called and they're like, yeah, they changed it. I'm like, that's okay. If I can't make it now, then we're on vacation and, you know. Now I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not sure I want to get my water bill.
I was gonna say, are you gonna get started on it right away or wait till?
You need a copy of this also?
Uh,
With my name on it or something? Or you got one at the time?
I guess I probably would have a copy of it, you know.
I'll look at their new code.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Good luck.
Anything else from me in there? Or?
No, it's good, bud. Thank you, Brock. Sorry I forgot you and all that stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah. Yeah, I know, somebody's gonna get a call or text, and then the kids were crazy last night, and next thing you know, it's 10:30, so.
You know, more thinking, you're the very first one of the bank erosions that I done.
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Right.
We might even talk about that place one day if we're still, if you're still getting it with the dredging and all that stuff. I didn't know if we're still doing the rock abatement or not.
Yes and
They do.
no,
Give
they
us
didn't
any
give us
money.
funds this year.
Yeah, I would say they turned the stand off back, didn't they? Or go back to.
Yeah, they've always cut the budget a little bit. We're questioning 100,000, only get 80,000, stuff like that.
Yeah.
This year, we didn't get anything from them, so I don't know what to make sure you were bringing.
Okay, well, and I was kind of curious, because years ago, like I said, when we bought that other place, and when I lived over to south of that, I looked into doing it, and, you know, back then, I guess the state's probably doing great, they're like, no, they're not doing it, you know. then I figured out how it all worked with the park board. And, and finally, I think we got it rolling. So.
It's been a process, right?
Yes, yeah, but it's a good thing. I think it's, definitely helps the lake.
Good luck with it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
Mary will
you.
have you a copy, she's getting you a copy right now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right. And his face looks familiar, just couldn't place who it was. Treasury report. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. You got anything for us, Terry?
No.
Terry?
I want to say, in history for Halloween, festival we had,
It was amazing.
it was amazing.
I've never seen so many kids in my life.
Glad they enjoyed it.
They were lined up past the gatehouse, multi people across for an hour and a half.
It was
For the all
great.
And Copeland said he gave out over 950 prepackaged treats,
Wow.
but that didn't include
Babies and
the parents and, it was
it was nuts.
unbelievable.
Well, I was there for the decorating contest.
Yeah.
But I didn't make it Saturday to the trunk of whatever it is.
Did anyone send the pictures to Melissa? Of the winners?
I think Stephanie's gonna send it to you.
Mary took pictures.
I'm sorry,
Mary-
took pictures, my wife took pictures too.
And Lynn, do you have the pictures of the pumpkin decorator on this, or who?
No, Mary took them.
Mary's fine.
We'll get them on video. I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah, me too.
I had the chance to go to Redbird with some guys for a night ride.
Well, I can't imagine you'd give up something.
No, I'll tell you what, though, that's not for a 73-year-old man.
Well, it was amazing, and Damon did a lot of work on it. It was very, very good. We only had one punk kid.
Yep.
I think that was a win.
It wasn't good. And he was stupid. He told us right away he was gonna smash the pumpkin.
Yeah.
And then he
And when
Then he
you
did.
put stuff out of
do some damage, but
the. Oh, yeah. Easton Brown Acton.
no, I told him, get your phone and call your parents and tell them to come out here and get you. Well, my parents aren't home. I said, well, how'd you get out here? Well, they dropped us off. He was a punk from the very beginning. That kid's got some, he got up in the wagon where all the pumpkins was and said, I'm gonna get this big one and I'm gonna smash it. I said, if you do, you're picking up every piece of it. Well, he left, but then he got in trouble at the big house. So. Did you just let him go?
Yeah, we went and covered bridge and stuff. We've been busy since, but I know his uncle. So, me and his uncle's one having.
It was him and 3 other boys, and they were just here by themselves. They just got dropped off. And
Well, they listened. I told them to sit down on the parking block and not move. They sat there all night. Words.
And I told him after dark, we had to clean up all the mess. He started crying, and then he found out he was gonna have to work. It was great. It was perfect. Lots of people. And everybody was very friendly and happy to be here, I think. So it was a good deal.
Free candy brings them out of the woodwork.
No
It
kidding.
was a good time.
My great grandmother, she's left a week free. And my wife took her out there, and her and Lynn took her right around the golf cart and looked over everything. And
She
just
might
loved it.
have been the cutest little girl I have ever seen. She, and she had on a long black wig, and she never took it off. And she kept saying, do you like my hair? Do you like my hair? She was adorable.
She played the part, well, I could play, her costume was Wednesday, the Addams Family.
And she was just,
She loved it. She had a blast.
she was adorable. Yes. It was great.
All right, let's go to the treasurer's report. What do you got for us?
We got our money for the wind energy, it got reappropriated, paid for the gazebos. I don't know, I guess when we start going over prices, or if you guys have any questions about all this taxes and all that stuff.
So this figure up here on 2016 is where we're at right now,
Yes.
huh? So did we catch up, I'm assuming, for the year, or
I mean-
are we still behind last year?
No, that account, I haven't done like a run of the whole year, I was waiting till October, because this is September's report. I mean, the accounts are right where they usually are, those don't fluctuate a lot, it doesn't seem. I mean, as far as our fund accounts, our savings accounts, I mean, we basically pretty routinely spend what we make. So, a little bit will go in the account, and maybe, July, when our bills are extremely high, a little bit has to come out of it, but our accounts seem to stay pretty,
So,
yeah.
Did you think we were behind for some reason?
We were at the beginning of the
well,
year.
in the beginning of the year, she had mentioned that we were behind what we were at last year, but I mean, what these figures here look like,
We've caught up.
we'll have to, keep a tight belt, and I think we'll have enough to hold us through till April.
And Parkview keeps on having quite a few people.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm impressed with how many people keep showing up.
we have been getting full this year. I mean, our holidays were full, and we have had a lot of weekenders. So we have had a lot more business, a lot more people
Is that the
staying
Wabash Valley?
than we did for a couple of years.
Well, I didn't mean, if I know it was going to you, I think it was to you, put something my name on
I think
it.
it's.
But Wabash Valley Community Foundation, and looked like they donated $9,000 to us.
That's from previous. That should be the very first grant that you applied for, as far as I know. That's why I was actually reading an email from Harmony, to do our study. Do you remember that a few years ago? But we never completed the exit survey, so I suspect we never actually got that check.
That's a holdover that they voted to go ahead and add to the dredging money.
Okay, never mind, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind, that's not that, because we received for the soil sample, it was like 9 to 11, wasn't it? Did we get, I don't know if we ever received that, but I do know that for me to apply for this grant, there was a big holdup, because we never finished the exit survey, and we weren't eligible, but they were kind enough to allow Chris to go in and finish that on our behalf and allow us to apply for this 25,000. So I wasn't sure.
Okay.
So there we go. Thank you, Wabash Valley. We'll have to thank them again.
Well,
If you could, whatever the amount is, if you could get me a copy of that, so I can ask Amy if we received it or not.
I think that, that was what, 2 years ago? I'm kind of trying to see.
okay.
I don't remember, but I mean, I can look back and see, but I don't remember it 9,000.
Can we get a letter off of them, give them a big old thank you?
Well, we have stuff that we have to do for them. That was part of my step. But we can,
complete. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Do you want to talk about the Wabash Valley stuff now? Because we have a lot more to talk about. We're doing this whole and all of that, so.
I don't
Before we
care.
do that, how many campers do we have that are in the arrears? Do you know? Because we need to get that taken care of before a couple of weeks.
I think there's a few.
as of how much money, more than 1 month?
That's where we're having it.
1 month would be sufficient. If they're behind, they're behind, so.
There's quite a few.
That's where we're having the problem, because in October, if they don't know exactly when they're leaving, we don't want them to pay their rent in October, the full amount, if they're not staying the whole month. Because we prorate it, we can't give them money back.
What about the ones that are 2 or 3 or?
Well,
That needs to be
That's
addressed. We need
different,
to take care of that.
We had one guy, and I called, he came in and paid his.
Good.
And I, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that tape was on your list, he owed quite a bit. So-
somebody else called and paid over $700 something.
Yeah, then
Me,
I
2
told
weeks
you,
ago.
or
They need
texted you
to.
that one.
You need to have
But I'll have to
that
look at
tightened
that.
up too.
But I don't think there's anybody different from the last time she printed out the list. Speaking of money back and I wanna bring this up real quick. We have a camper, her name's Monica Desi. And this is just what we print of the reservation she's made with us. So she's stayed with us quite a bit. She pays for everything in full. There was a glitch in Camp Spot a couple of weeks ago, apparently, that allowed some campers to book up to November 2nd, which shouldn't have been able to happen. Not her fault, not our fault. Anyway, she made 3 reservations. There was actually 7 of them in total made. The other ones were fine with changing the dates. She doesn't want camp credit because she's already got almost $600 in camp credit. And David and I talked about it, but we wanted to make sure it was okay with the board, to go ahead and refund her her money.
I don't think we ever did that.
Well, we normally don't, but it was a computer error on our
Open in November, so.
Yeah,
Right.
Camp Spot should have never let her reserve the campsite. So it's no fault of hers and it's no fault of ours.
I agree.
So I feel like she ought to get her money back because it's a computer.
How are you
issue.
gonna give her her money back?
Well, she paid with a credit card, and that's the main reason why we don't do refunds, because people who pay with cash or check, we have no way to refund them. But she paid with a credit card through Camp Spot, and Camp Spot actually makes that extremely easy.
So Camp Spot can take care of it, they're gonna charge us to reimburse her money on the card.
No, they won't. I'm just saying, as far as that system, it's very easy to refund on a credit card, but no, they won't charge us anything to do that.
But we didn't want to do it without your guys' approval.
I will tell her that we can't refund the rest of that's, because we have made very few exceptions, but a couple exceptions throughout the last few years. I don't refund credit card fees because we still had to pay them, and I won't refund the reservation fee because we still would have had to pay that. But
I don't see an issue.
I just,
I'm good with it.
Make a motion.
Motion, yeah. Motion to go ahead and take care of that.
Alright.
Second?
All in favor? Thank you.
So just because I can't hear what shit, our attorney left.
He'll be right back. He had one thing that he
He had a
couldn't,
hearing at 9 that said he couldn't.
and it was at Sullivan, so he said he'd come back. He couldn't get it changed.
Yeah, it's fine, no big deal, I was going through stuff, plus I can't hear where you're right here, so.
He'll be back.
All right, we'll jump into, superintendent update and incident reports. What do you got for us, Damon?
There's incident reports floating around there.
So Jamie, I'm sorry, I was writing this, so we're good to go, we think through.
I think, I'll do like a year to date for October, when I end October for our next meeting, I'll have all that.
Okay.
As far as what we've been doing, we've been mowed a couple times, we had a couple water leaks to fix, and did the stuff decorated for the Halloween project, and, just doing some busy work, trying to get stuff caught up, doing some wood splitting and exhausting and stuff. And then, like I said, the incident reports are right there in front of you.
Yeah, I started reading one, but I was gonna wait till meeting board read it.
Yeah, there's been some wild stuff going on, but it's all in the area.
I already did you see it?
And it's on the list, the, tree removal up there. Boone's partnered with Neil Alexander, they all got it cleaned up. Been up there, tried to catch the landowner, couldn't catch the one, but I talked to one about a ball game the other night. They're more than 3 days of the job, they're going to go in. I thought we were going to grass seed it, but they're going to go in and cultivate the area and plant grass seed themselves, so. We went up there with tractor and raked everything up. It looks pretty good. More than pleased with what job they all done. And then the tree on the other side from where that was, which is, what's their name? The Walkers. I talked to him the other day. I got permission to go across his property, get down there to that tree, and we're going to try, hopefully, get started on it this week.
Or something like that.
Right across from where the other ones were. It's a smaller tree that we can actually handle. So hopefully we can start.
Property that's free on.
The Walkers, they came in and talked to us a couple meetings ago about
Did you get the email I sent you yesterday?
You know, I've not checked mine, you know. I was in Mansfield all day yesterday with the wife and kids.
Well, I sent texts to the people that applied for the grant, Blair grant, and explained to them that we're not gonna be able to do it this year. I got, two of them, Daryl Bradbury and her name was Shoemaker, I think was her first name now. They got a tree down on a point of their property and want to know what the status of us getting that tree removed was.
I've not heard nothing about Shoemaker unless it's on the point right here by the Walkers. Is the only other one that I know of.
Saunders Schumacher.
She lives with Daryl.
Yeah.
They just
Are-
live together.
Or they're right there around the Walkers, so it'd be the same.
Same tree. They also want a buoy put there. They said it used to be a buoy, and something happened, it's no longer there. I sent them back a text, and said, have you looking, I said, we will look into it.
All the buoys that are supposed to be out, and granted, I've not been out on the lake, actually on the water for a while. Those are controlled, DNR says where they go, and we put them where DNR says they go.
Okay, could we contact the DNR and request one for,
I got the map, you know, where they actually are supposed to be set.
okay, they said there used to be one there, it's gone.
Yeah, well, you never know if somebody drug it over there or what, but, I will have to go through and probably replace some buoys. So I'll make sure if it's supposed to be there, there will be one there, but
Okay.
if it's not regulated by DNR, then it's not supposed to be there.
Do what you can find out for us on that one, that will appease them somewhat.
Yeah, like I said though, if it's not on the map of where they're supposed to be at, then it's not supposed to be there. It might have been just something somebody threw in or drug over there that wasn't supposed to be there in the beginning.
All right, let's see. Anything else, David?
Yeah,
How's your staff looking for, like, because you're still down a couple guys, right?
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna hire no part-time guys to go through the winter. I think we'll get through all right.
Mhm.
All right, moving on, moving pretty quick today. Status of camper renewal, I think I had that on there before you got that camper removed.
What do you do with it?
Which one? The Lover's Lane? They came and got it,
Okay.
cleaned everything up, and we've actually got it, the site rented back out on it.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, it's gone.
What about down at the end of Lover's Lane where the loop is? There's an older camper, I don't know, like a 70 model. It's sitting there forever and ever, I've never seen anybody there, ever.
They come down maybe once, twice a month. They stay a couple hours and they pack up and go.
It's awful expensive just to come down there.
You know, which
I'm not complaining, they pay the rent.
they've always done that since I've been here.
I think I've been here 4 times all year.
We've been there 7 times. My wife keeps track of it.
Yeah, they come down and hang out, then they leave.
It looks pretty rough, but I guess if they're paying,
Well,
And
they pay the rent.
the ones that does look, we've called them and stuff, and I mean, what else can we do? We get no response, and some of them's real good, they come right out. You know, but, sometimes we don't get no response. We try.
And then on those delinquent accounts, Mary calls them on a regular basis. We send in email invoices, sometimes we even mail them. And, you know, if we can't get them to answer a phone, most of them don't have
oh, this have to
voicemail.
report that it's easy.
And then also on the one that you did take to court, there's an additional amount because we charge for every day that camper sat here. So what do
I
we do
thought
about
you
that?
added that to that when I went that day.
No, because we didn't know how long.
I know we'll probably have to eat that since it's already been.
Okay.
a judgment made on
I think that we calculated up,
We added the next month.
we added September, and
it. I thought
It's
you
just
added it,
yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Okay.
was my understanding.
Yeah, we did, because when I talked to the girls at the courthouse, I did it exactly the way they told me to do it. Because I said, well, it's gonna be more than this, because the camper's still there.
Okay.
So that was all added in there.
I thought it was true.
We have elected.
But the rest of them, it's easy, they don't even charge us, so there's no reason not to take them to court.
I didn't know her.
Um,
Do you know if she's paid a dime of it yet?
You know, I probably should, I thought that was their responsibility to call us and tell us when it had been paid, but I'll check on that.
I don't know.
All right. What's the status on the gazebos and picnic tables and all that good stuff, Damon?
I got the gazebos in the shop, they were delivered here a while back. As far as the picnic tables and park benches, Bill didn't know what you were wanting on that.
I give it to him in writing.
He didn't have,
Have your copy.
I don't remember nothing about tables and benches, I remember talking about the gazebos. But as far as tables, picnic tables, we can, always just get a nice handicap metal frame wooden one to stick underneath them.
I know I sent you a copy of it, and I know I sent one to Bill. Different email.
I don't remember seeing the tables or the
I'll look it up and bring it back.
it's right here.
Is that it?
So the thing is, this is the thing with that,
He ordered 4 gazebos.
I don't know if I don't know how we're doing all this, but the wind energy check was for $4,002.27.
That was 3 picnic tables, 3 benches, and 3 gazebos.
Well, the gazebos were $1,009.43 each, and we got 4 of them.
He ordered,
So we've already spent the $4,000.
All right.
That's all I'm saying, we've just already spent the $4,000. So if we buy picnic tables, it's us paying for it.
Do you have places to fix them or do those?
No, we don't have, as long as we spend all that money on gazebos and benches and stuff, we're
But
okay.
they already ordered the gazebo.
yeah, we got the gazebos, they're. in the
Yeah,
shop.
I've got the gazebos and I've got everything together. The email, the check, the reappropriation, and the claim is all together showing that we spent.
Was there a reason we ordered 4 gazebos and not some tables?
I'd say that was probably just a misunderstanding with Bill on the order of the extra. Cause this, in the beginning, was supposed to be 6 gazebos, 6 tables, and 6,
Because he originally asked for twice as much money as he got.
and I say where I talked to him, I told him we got like $4,000 awarded for the grant, we couldn't do it all, so he ordered 4 gazebos, so they're $1,000 a piece.
So how much money have we spent out of what we had?
Oh, you
Pretty
spent it
much
all.
all. So we'll have to get a table that's no tables,
Which we have,
which, no big deal, they're,
that
No, we applied for a grant for table A, gazebo A, and we didn't get gazebo A, we got gazebo C or whatever, I don't know.
Well, you got
Yeah,
gazebo
see,
A,
I don't recall
spend that money where
C&D.
appropriate.
yeah, I don't recall ever seeing this list about the tables and the benches. I remember having him get prices on the gazebo.
so can we return one of the gazebos and get some?
Yeah, I can talk to Bill and see if we can take it back and, get some tables.
Because I know one of the
Place.
gazebos is going out here.
So I don't remember where they all such.
Right out here, we're gonna replace this white one.
That was back in June.
And then we talked about getting another one at the playground, because they look nice.
We talked about putting one on Shell Road
Mitchell
and
Road.
that little
So
cutout
there's
spot.
3 if you wanna do that, but you don't have to do the playground since there's one there, but another one.
Which, where are you talking about, like,
So right after the office, is it
Oh.
white, whatever it is?
that little red, like, where the phone booth used to be? Okay.
Where you guys go on your break? I don't know, color is that, it's white, but.
Okay.
Need someplace else to put one that long, let them see.
So,
He'll
But yeah, we can
volunteer.
return one of the gazebos, use that $1,200 towards picnic table.
That'd be a good idea.
So, right outside the office, Shell Road, you can put one or two on Shell Road if you can't find it.
Can I keep this?
Jeez, back in
Yeah, I just need a copy of it to keep in the stuff, and it's $1,009.
Yeah, that's a good idea, you could do that.
Cause it's, I don't think what was on that email is what was purchased.
This.
Yeah, cause I mean, unless you got us, I don't, you said 1,200, so I'm assuming that he
Well,
was at a cheaper
That
rate.
was just a rough,
Yeah,
what I thought he said they cost.
but yes,
It's
you
been
can,
a little while since.
And cause they kind of divided the money up, they didn't put it where we want it to go.
Right.
Make sure we get receipts to them, show them where we spent the money, and then, if there's anything left, I'd like to see us go down there to the handicap fishing pier and put a couple, well, actually, we could just make them out of 2x6, 3 or 2x6 or something. Put a couple benches out there.
That'd be a good idea.
All right. Anything else on that one?
Mm-mm. So let's get lined out where we're gonna put all three of them though. So that, we can start getting them built and put out. So we talked Shell Road,
Yeah,
And where are you putting that on Shell Road, at the point?
as you go down, there's that nice open green grass area on the right hand side. Is where we talked about before.
right out here.
Take the little shack down, put it there. And then the third one, you want it at the main playground or like Landis back in G, since there's nothing there around that.
Where, wherever you guys.
Where it would look nice and be of benefit to people.
There's always so many people at the beach.
That too.
I'm wondering about maybe there, but, maybe instead of Shell Road, put it at the beach. More people would use it there probably. I don't know, just as.
I don't have a strong opinion on that. I'd say you can scope them out and see where they fit best. I think beach is a good idea because it's very.
I just thought right there in that cutout on Shell Road, because there's a lot of people that utilize
to.
that fish.
Big fish.
That'd be nice. Would be.
Have a nice
You
little
get married
picnic
down
area
in
there.
Delaware too.
But I mean, there's always people down there fishing and whatnot.
What's hanging out there?
I'm fine with it.
All right.
make a copy of this.
The tree removal, Kate, Gary Walker, we've already discussed that, that's been taken care of. Bruce, you got anything for us, or updates on?
Yeah, I've been working with county maps and what have you, and plot books and that. And it appears as though Randy Pig still owns the property adjacent to us on that corner. And if that's the case, I don't see any problem at all with deal with Randy.
So I think Tommy talked to him. Because it says it on the map too. Randy says that that's sold with the people that own the home. But on the map, it looks like there's just a tiny little sliver, right? Because that's what he said, that's what you can take the access right there, and you would not care.
Yeah,
Because it says field on the back.
right.
Yeah, it's very clear on the map, that says
Yeah.
Randy, so.
And I tried to contact the county surveyor's office because they are responsible for setting corner pins on any county property.
Yeah,
Well, good luck getting a hold of her.
Who is that man?
Cheryl Waterman.
That's all.
Yeah.
I'm sure she knows absolutely nothing about the survey.
Well, her office is responsible for it. If I had GPS coordinates, I've got a GPS, so we go up there. Generally, ownership lines go to the center of County Road. And it's on one section line, and it's on a park section line on the other one, so all the ownership follows anybody's guess.
All right, any questions on that, or?
Is Mike still interested in selling or getting rid of some topsoil or some fill? They're, that's pretty much going by the wayside.
No, I think my understanding is you just have to let it be water for so long, so that's not like an immediate thing, it's going to. So yes, the answer is yes, we just don't know like the exact timeline.
Future.
Like we talked about at one point, we can do that on our rates. So
Right,
that's not
right,
even
so
something we
it's,
can.
it's critical
It
up
is
there,
critical to
but
get
it's
that
also
done.
critical for Mike to construct the link.
And I think he's on board with doing that.
Yeah.
When we get all the property stuff lined
Yeah.
out. Has anybody been back there and looked at all that, where it's de-watered up front?
It's amazing.
It is.
I am fascinated with the whole process.
Yeah, I have the bathroom.
I hope they'd be here today to let us
Um,
have some questions.
We had an email, Chris had told us months ago that this is fall break and he will not be here unless we move the meeting. We didn't know that, he's on vacation, he told us that months ago, but he did give us an email. He told us
Boy,
at the
hasn't been
beginning,
here for several meetings.
I know, he told us at the beginning of the year that this one was on fall break and he knew he had vacation, but I did see an email.
I guess I'm really disappointed in his performance. You know, we were supposed to have fundraisers, we were supposed to do this, we're supposed to do that. I don't see that anything is, I was hoping he would be here today, or the next time, so we could talk to him about that.
Well,
And the Sunday deal, Mike Fry and Becky did that.
I didn't even know about
It wasn't,
It was just a spare of the moment,
that. Yeah,
called, I'm like, well, yeah, yes.
I was in Michigan, but I didn't know about it until after,
So,
you know.
and he called me at like 8 o'clock one night, wondering if they could do it, I think it was on Friday night or whenever, and I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
I was
they're on
here
to
a
the
lot, there were
public.
several people that came.
Were they still out there daily doing it, or were they?
Yeah, they are actually right down the hill behind Jimmy Pearl's. Mike told me that he thought in 3 weeks they'd be starting in the beach area.
That's amazing.
so I have the email.
Next time I talked to Mike, it was, and hopefully we'll be at the beach before the end of the year. So, he also was wanting to put pipes down, stockpile down around the beach so they could, have it down there, get it fused together and everything, so they didn't have to work in such a small area back in G.
Right.
So I thought, so long as it's over out of the way, we're good.
where we at with money wise? I mean, are we running out of money?
It's all in the email. And the
yeah.
last one's email was extremely detailed, and I know Chris says in every email, call him if you guys have questions. So call him and ask him about it, or email him back, and then it's all on the thread.
Whenever I talked to Mike, he said we still have all of 2025 monies to
So that's,
run off of.
and I have questions too, because it says here though, it says we have finished about half of the cove so far. We have now turned the direction on running perpendicular to the cove, and this pass will be at the boat docks, hopefully the beginning of next week. Point two, on the current rate of running, we expect to finish up with funding the end of the week of November 7th. So I don't know if that's like the 2024 money, or I don't know what that means. And then point three, it says depending on the amount of material we take out of the boat docks, hopefully we will get started on the beach area.
Yeah, I don't think I'm in that email.
I'm not in that email either, but the
It just came through.
I didn't get it either.
Just now?
It's, you are on it. Damon, well, never, Damon is on it. You are, I'll forward it to you. But it's all on there. I was at 8 this morning. I just saw it.
Back when they first put the dredge in,
I'll send it to you.
one of his guys, Mike's guys, was telling some people that didn't know why they were even starting because we didn't have no money to start with. So that kind of threw a red flag with me. So when I got a chance to talk to Mike, I asked him about it. He goes, no, we're not even through 2024 budget yet, and we've not even started on the 2025 money.
Okay.
So it made it sound like whatever we have set back for 2025, he's not even touched yet.
He had, that's what I was gonna say, he hasn't.
So
The 120 or whatever it was that we paid him already was 2024's money.
Okay.
Well, the 20-something thousand was
pardon me.
out of our money that we have put up, 100,000 that we put up, that we've not spent anything on. The 100,000 was 2024 money, so we do still have the 100,000, but we haven't received that 100,000 yet of the 2025 money, but we have that. And then our budget.
Unless they show up for a meeting and explain to us, and we don't, well,
And
Well,
I shut my
no.
phone off when I get here, so
I'm
I
not saying that, I'm just saying, to be fair, last month's email was extremely detailed with everything, and this month is too. So we are at least getting that, I agree, having them in person is better, but it is very detailed, and we all have his phone number too. So, you know what, their email's not compromised online.
Just Jay Falwell at Sullivan County. There it
But I've
is.
been getting my information from questions that the campers are telling me that they've heard, and I'm catching Mike, and I'm just asking Mike, trying to get some clarity on
Like,
stuff,
it's
so.
fairly transparent about all of that, and he does not have the time to come to our meetings, which is why he's paying half of Chris's, funding
Exactly.
to send us the emails and update, and Chris is going to, that's in the email, he said he's been going to redevelopment and working on the TIF district, so, I mean, I think there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, the fundraising, I still have major questions about, because other than did we ever give Melissa an answer for the t-shirts? Like, she was coming up with ideas, but we have to answer and give direction on all of
I
that
think it was
too.
decided on t-shirts.
Okay,
Yeah, because I think, from
That's
what
what
I understand,
I
the fundraising was supposed to be Chris and
that
Melissa
was my
together,
understanding also.
correct?
I don't think we're getting our money from out of Chris, I think we need to show up for the next meeting, well,
I think that's a very unfair statement personally, because he's done a ton of DNR meetings and a ton of county meetings. He's with Mike all the time. Like, just because we can't see it does not mean that there's not work. And we not even a dime of what we said we were gonna pay him either.
He actually did just
And
fund.
then he just finally get paid, okay,
He just got paid last week.
okay.
and that was, how much?
That was, I don't have the claim on me right now, I'm gonna say $1,500 for the whole first half of it. I think it was like $1,500.
My only concern with the whole thing is, they gave us a total to do the entire project when we started. And if we're gonna eat up half of that money between the beach and there and G,
Yeah,
we're gonna be in trouble.
agreed.
Well, we did know that a large amount was gonna go to
Piping.
piping. We knew that a big portion of it was going to that, because what was saving us money is not taking the dredging out of the water.
That and building the pond, I mean, that all costs.
Yeah, we knew that was gonna
I
be
get that,
big.
but between the money of 24 and 25, that's half of his budget, of what he said he'd do the whole project for. And if we're gonna be burning up all that money, half of that budget between G and the beach, plus I understand the other stuff all costs a lot of money up front. Just so he's aware that, you know, we got a price to do on this thing.
Right.
I don't wanna be doubling the price of what it cost was or tripling the price because, well, we just didn't get there yet.
And I don't think that, I don't know, I mean, I don't remember that dredging, so I don't think that's the case,
But
but
I'm just saying.
I do know we still have, $120,000 of 2025 money to work off of.
And then 26 will come in.
And,
26 will come,
26 will
and we
come.
have the 25,000 from the Wabash Valley, so that's the DR.
we haven't even got another bill yet.
I really did.
There's a lot of monitoring.
We got one.
I said, I thought the price when it came, because it's too good to be true, honestly.
Yeah.
That was a crazy ridiculously low price,
Yeah.
but we haven't even got a bill yet
But we
to
couldn't have
take money out
done
of
it with anybody else
2025.
because we didn't have the money, so we had to go with them.
Right, no, I mean, I applaud him.
I feel like he's doing really good.
Yeah.
The other people wouldn't have let us pay them every
Yeah,
year, so.
yeah.
If it wasn't for what we got going on with them, we would not even, this project wouldn't even be started, so.
Right.
I applaud them for what they've done, I just want to.
Make sure we stay in the money.
Stay within our budget,
Yeah.
what we've got to do.
Oh,
And I'm not saying we can't exceed the budget to an extent, it's grant money anyway,
Right,
but we just we gotta keep it in line.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
yeah, because all we have in our budget for it was 100,000.
Correct.
Yeah,
So anything above that money is grant money. It's money that's what we're supposed to do with it, and if they keep giving us grants, maybe we can get the entire rate done.
The 25,000 you received in the grant that you applied for,
Yeah.
we can use that for matching money, correct?
As far, yes, as long as it is directly related to the dredging.
So we can use that money to apply. for
Yeah,
another
so that gives us another-
1,026.
And there is a fall grant cycle open that, but that's all on the agenda. And I was gonna ask some questions on that for clarity too, so.
What happens in 26 if you guys apply for the grant and you don't get it?
Well, and
We're
that's,
screwed.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say that ain't work.
yeah,
They shut us off they shut us off on the short stuff already, so.
which I looked into that a little bit, and part of that was we are not, at this point in time, not considered a high needs for shoreline erosion, because we have done so much work on the shoreline erosion. So
Gotcha.
that is what I was told. I don't know if that's true, and they had a bunch of other lakes apply, but because we have been diligent for the last several years on shoreline, we are in a much better position for shoreline erosion, if that makes sense. That's what I was told. I don't know.
I read a big DNR report because I follow a lot of DNR
Yeah.
stuff. Even some of the big state parks that, you know, they own, they didn't do no shoreline erosion projects or nothing.
But I was told that they are completely separate budget lines and funding,
Yep.
and they're unrelated.
On funding and budgeting also. So we're spending a lot of money to clean up trees on county property. I feel like we need,
I've talked about this for a couple of years.
I feel like we need to go to the county and commissioners and the council and say, look, you know, you guys expect us to run off of what comes in through this gate. That's fine. But we're taking care of all the property you own everywhere around this place. And that's coming out of our budget. So you guys, you know, they need to work up some money for tree removal and stuff that happens outside of this gate.
We're very fortunate that, Hamilton Township cleaned up the one up there in the cemetery. They actually footed the bill on it. Or else I was dreading it because it was right there in the cemetery and trying to get it around the headstones, and it would have been a mess for us. And hope Hamilton Township paid for it.
Just food for thought, you know, I haven't had a lot of time to attend the long meetings. I did go to the redevelopment meeting the other night, which took forever a day, but, anyway,
That was a big one.
yeah.
Do we have somewhere where it says in 1968 that the county would be responsible? Do we have that?
You do.
Yes, we do.
Could I?
I made copies of,
Well, I was speaking to a ex-commissioner last night, and he thinks we should be going to the bus run conservative too. He thinks they should help with this too, and it's all good.
I agree.
I reached out to them and they told me they had no money.
That's what I was told too.
Well, evidently they do have money.
All the homeowners pay a bus for tax.
But he asked me did it specifically say that the county would be responsible for the dredging every 15 years?
and I give all.
And I said yes, but then when I got home, I wasn't for sure that it said that.
We
So
have it in there.
I need a
I'm
copy
pretty
of that.
sure that information was given to the county council and the commissioners. We sat at a meeting, and I think Dewey had all that paperwork with him.
I took it over and gave it to them,
Also,
and had their attorney a
I'm
copy of
pretty
it.
sure that paving of the roads and stuff is supposed to be their
Well, we
responsibility.
maybe need to remind them, if I have that paper, then I can, or all of us can,
So
not just me.
here's how I
Don't you
see
have
it.
a copy of that?
If I can find minutes, you said 1968.
It's in the
No.
master plan, or
Oh,
the
the master
history or whatever,
Yes.
yeah, 'cause I have
Okay.
it.
It's highlighted in yellow.
It would
Yeah,
be-
because I have it at home.
So it looks to me the way the stars are lining up here, that if you're gonna want any money, you're gonna have to go to the redevelopment commission to get edit money.
Yes.
Everything is going to be funneled to them with economic development payments for the solar farmers.
Could we invite them to,
on the gas plant.
Chris is working on that. He has developed a
So-
partnership
It's
with,
just,
based on us, and that's what we are paying him for, is he has developed a partnership with redevelopment on our behalf.
okay, maybe, can we invite them to our next month's meeting?
A lot of people don't come to the 8:30 meeting, so we could try. They all work.
Well, we could go to their meeting.
Yes.
I mean, that's not
Yes,
unacceptable.
absolutely.
right.
But we have to have where it says,
We got it.
We haven't. And my point on that, and my question was, has been, is no, we are not on their tax rolls now, but we were until 2008. So where was that money allocated from 1968 to 2008?
2008, it should be there.
And also, so the redevelopment is going to get these added payments from the solar panels and the
Yeah.
gas plant and so on and so forth. But the county council and the county commissioners have to all approve every dime that they spend as well. So you got 3 boards now that you have to appeal this money. It's going to be a nightmare. It's like this whole grant thing.
Yeah.
The state government has made it to where everybody has to fight over scraps. That's gonna get worse. Way worse.
Well, is Chris going to apply for the, 26 grant for dredging? Who's filling out that grant application there?
I would assume so. I think that's part of his job title.
For the DNR stuff, that was my understanding. He would take over the
That would be a
DNR
DNR project.
stuff. But
I think that
We need to
25,
verify
I feel
I
that's
think he
fitting
did.
for that one. That's
I don't
what Chris
remember
was
exactly, but I
doing.
think he did say that he was all that being ourselves.
that is my understanding. That's a question we need to confirm.
Yeah.
So next month, we need to confirm.
And you know the dates that we have to apply, and it'll be like
I think it's
December the
typically
1st
till
through January
15th.
15th.
Yeah.
All right, by the way, Damon, that, I don't know if you share that bush up there. That makes it a whole lot easier to see around that corner. You used to have to kind of pull out the middle of the road. Thank you.
No problem.
All right,
Okay, so
dredging update, Chris. Trimmer bushes at the office entrance, we already got that one. K. Brewer, Brown Bagger, took care of that one. Friends of Sullivan County Park and Lake update, no one showed up for that one.
Brian was supposed to be here, I thought. I don't know.
When I talked to him, I think it was Friday, he was going to try to make it, but he didn't know. I know they had their last meeting, over this weekend. And, he got all the bank accounts moved over and all that stuff from Melissa. I do know that part of it. And that's all I have.
So is Melissa's salary still ongoing? Or is it over?
No, I mean, we just paid her.
Okay, but when does we don't pay her during the
I'm saying she didn't go through the winter, so when does her contract end? Is it October?
Yeah, she said October should be our last time we paid her.
so her, this payment is her last one.
That's what I was thinking.
And I guess she's aware that this is her last one. She understands not going through the winter, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
We'll pull her contract and make
Whatever
sure.
her contract is, she's the one who drew the contract.
And she's also maintaining the
The
website.
website, I think that's ongoing, because she's got access to do all the updates and make sure.
Yeah, I'd have to look and see if we paid her through the winter, but, because this isn't her first year, so
Yeah,
I'll have to look and see
I
if
was
we
pretty
paid
sure
her.
it ended, but yeah, I don't think we paid her that, whatever it was in the last one. We
All right, let's move on to, I'm gonna jump over price updates right now. Meeting with, tourism, chamber of commerce, Lana, what do you got on that?
Donna Adams and Brandy Wolf with tourism.
Who?
Donna Adams with tourism
Oh,
and Randy Wolf at the Chamber of Commerce. They called them and if they could come out and talk to me. So we set a time. And they said next year is the 250th birthday of America. And they would like to give us $5,000 that we can do something a little more extravagant or bump up what we already do on like the 4th of July. They suggested maybe increasing our fireworks or seeing if they could do like some extravagant 250th birthday America, you know, whatever. They talked about a drone show, which I know Melissa had mentioned and maybe getting sponsors.
And I think that $5,000 was what she wanted us to pay, wasn't it? So maybe we could get that worked out with that drone.
And then they also mentioned t-shirts, silent auctions, decorated golf cart parade, a 5K run, maybe a paddleboard race, lighted boat parade, or trying to get someone like Richard Goodall in, or better bands even than what we get.
that'd be hard to beat, that's a pretty good band down
Yes,
there.
we do. And then, their only requirement is that everything we advertise has got to have tourism and this, Indiana 250th logo on it.
That's no problem.
So I told them, you know, we had a board meeting this morning and I would give Randy a call afterwards.
All those things sound good to me.
I think so, Lana, too, like, that would be great to have a couple meetings with them leading up to it and let them have, you know, a bit of say and help marketing and advertise it too. That would
They
make
understand
their
that a
life-
lot of
make your
stuff.
life easier.
A lot of stuff we can't do because of the gambling license, but
Yeah.
they suggested like a silent auction. You know, we could maybe,
I know we don't have, but that's what Brown Rivers was just talking about, doing our events, the 50/50s during our events,
Yeah.
so we have that as well.
Yeah.
true. But I don't think we've ever tried a 5K run.
Motion on that, I guess.
I don't even know how
I'll
many
make a
roads,
motion that we
how
accept
many miles of roads we
5,000
have.
tourism, we, allow them to advertise and do all this
Don't
Did
forget
you
about
hear
it.
that?
I heard it, I second that.
What was the motion?
That we accept that and that you keep working with them.
Okay.
That's
I
fine.
even thought if all the employees had 250th birthday, you know, some type of shirt,
Sure.
I thought that would even look good.
We got a motion on the floor, and we got some second, all in favor?
Well, I'm thinking about it, cause it skipped my mind a minute ago. I would like to donate some passes, a boat pass and a truck pass to Don Chambers.
Two,
Don Chambers, with the whole Halloween thing, we made a phone call to his wife, she brought us $150 worth of candy. Like that, no expense to us, I think we need to do something back for him.
Yeah.
And we,
Picked up just about every one of those
No.
pumpkins.
not at all. So I'd like to donate a boat pass and stuff to Don.
do we need a motion on
He's
that?
always so
He,
good
if
to
I need
help us.
something, right there.
We thought that,
That drowning, he was.
I'll make a
to his
motion
boat
to do that.
Here in 5 minutes.
All in favor?
do it.
Good idea, thank you, man.
He'll kill me, but I want to
You just
give
tell
him
them
something.
it came from his football friend.
All right, Wabash Valley Grant Awards, Katie?
Okay, so I have a couple questions for Bruce. too. So we did get the $25,000, which I'm very grateful for, because then most of the time they don't give the full amount, is my understanding, so that's pretty rare. There is an awards, banquet that we attended that first time on the 29th, and I'm meeting the RSVP.
October 29th?
October 29th, it's a dinner, they said for 3, at 6 PM. So I'm needing to know if anybody else is interested in attending that or can. That doesn't include spouses, correct? That was just
No.
3,
Just
just 3, so,
Well, you two should definitely.
Well, I think he's gonna be.
Oh, you
there.
already be there?
I'm gonna be on honeymoon,
Oh, well,
so I'm.
He's out,
okay.
And that's the week that Stephanie's at work.
okay.
So,
Well, I can go. I didn't do
And I
anything,
can
but I can
go, yeah, so, okay, that would be great. So that's at least two, can you come maybe, or I'll just say 3, and then if something comes up, I know you will, once I'm,
We'll make Judy go.
okay.
I can go.
All right, so that's the 29th, dinner and awards, he said there will be professional photographers to dress accordingly, so they email says, I said, okay. So that's coming up, the other thing that, a requirement for this is I have to report this, I'm reporting it now to our directors, it will be in our minutes. We include a published article about the project while crediting the Wabash Valley Community Foundation. So I don't know if we can, does that count if Melissa would write up a social media post for us, or does it have to actually be published? Because the other thing was to write a letter to the editor of the local newspaper regarding the grant in your project, or publicize the receipt of this grant in some other manner. So I assume some other manner would be social media.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about like the published article. Do you have any clarification on that?
I don't, that'd be a question for Harmony.
Okay. All right, so I'll ask that. Social media we can do in the minutes. And then they are opening a fall grant cycle. Do you have any information on that?
We use so much of our funds on this first cycle. We had ideally targeted 50-50 for the early grant cycle and the secondary grant cycle.
Okay,
And because we had so many worthy projects in that, and then we had some money revert to us because the city did not follow through a huge grant that we'd given them for splash park
okay,
at Central Plaza. And so that was last funds in, they didn't do anything, we recovered that money, and that made some additional grants possible.
okay,
There will be some, but I can tell you right now, since we did get full,
funding,
funding for the initial one, we probably won't be seriously considered for this one.
no,
But now, Lily just notified that they're kicking off grant cycle 9. This all came from grant cycle 8.
oh, so we're gonna get to 9 now?
There's gonna be a gift 9. Sullivan County is gonna be allotted $750,000. And it's going to be for projects that better the county and everything else. Initially, the board just has to express interest.
Okay,
And then we will open that up to groups like this to make applications through that new grant cycle.
okay,
But from what I've read, the requirements of Lilly and initial gift 9, this board would qualify very well.
that's my understanding of that also. What if, that was my thought too on the fall cycle, since we just got this award, I did not know it was for like a different project.
If it were for a different project, it might mean something, but we also do review, like Ivnar at school, we gave them 2 or 3 consecutive grants, and then they gave us one that was marginal, we said, hey, we've helped them enough.
Okay,
And it all depends upon who all applies.
yeah,
To cover asphalt roads.
well, that's why I wondered, or the pickleball court, because you already have all the dimensions for and up for that, we were looking at for the wind energy grant. But
It's a possibility, we just,
I would be better off to wait for the spring cycle,
it might
probably,
be better
and
off.
reapply for
Yeah.
the dredging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what, okay.
Yeah.
That
So
was my
we will-
thoughts on it, but I just wanted to.
We'll make sure that the board is aware of, as gift 9 progresses, $750,000. That's some, wow, attention.
So I know, I'm kind of switching gears here from the grant thing to, stay on the dredging, but it's not grant related. So, I know that those guys put on Facebook, you know, the sludge coming in, and then the other day they showed the fresh water release out. I think it would be a huge deal to have the news come in there with what they're doing, instead of just Facebooking it. To have that on the news where the sludge is coming in and the fresh water is escaping out.
I agree.
And that would open a lot of people's eyes, the grant, the DNR people, more, Alan Morris, everybody, to be able to see that actually happen. The Eli Lilly people,
Yes.
everybody see all that. So I would ask, I guess, you talk to Chris probably more than anybody.
I honestly haven't, I just like check
I
my
haven't
email.
seen it
So
either.
I just started checking.
I run into him once in a while, but try not to talk shop a lot of times. But,
Right.
I think it would be a great thing.
But we don't have to wait on him, we can call,
Yeah, but that's kind of his thing, so I would,
oh, if,
but I would have him and Mike take care of all that.
I would too.
And that's their problem.
as long as they take care of it.
But, yeah, I think that would be great too.
I do too.
Because what they put on Facebook, you know, a
Very
lot of people
interesting.
are like seeing it come to reality and they're like, oh wow, this is actually working and doing something. Now, I went back there this morning before the meeting just because I have not been in 2 months. So I want to kind of put my eyes on it, you know, the sludge is back there, but I don't know, it looks to me like it's about that deep, is that correct?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, after he took some of the water out of it.
Yeah.
And then the way I understand it, you know, it's that deep, but it's gonna settle down to about like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll settle down here.
It's gonna settle down to pretty well nothing.
I myself, I mean, I would think that we're back there scooping out sludge out of the lake 2 or 3 feet deep where he's at. And I'm just surprised that we don't have that much in the pond.
Yeah.
That's kind of what my thought is, but I don't know. I mean, that lake compared to that pond, totally different scale. And
Yeah.
I was expecting to see a little sludge.
So, do you think they're not going deep?
Well, no, I'm not trying to put any
There's-
negativity into it. I don't know anything about it. I've never been involved with dredging, so, I know all that stuff is so fine.
Mhm.
And, you know,
Once you get the water out,
And as
it's
it
very
dries,
minimal.
it gets even finer, like he said, so.
I had the same concerns. I've talked to the guy that's running the dredge, and he said that, like, where they first started at, there was only about 3 foot of it. He goes up here towards where the boat docks actually are, that he's hitting some spots of maybe 1 foot, 18 inches, so up through here wasn't really super bad.
So you've been in conversation with them, of course, being out here all the time. Are they just scanning the entire cove? Is that
Yeah.
what they're doing?
Yep, they're
I
going,
didn't know that
I
that was on the plan to do. I thought they were just going to.
well, whenever Mike came in, at that last meeting, we talked about, you know, while you're there to do it all.
I mean, that's fine, but he's also got to keep in mind, we don't have unlimited funding to be scanning the entire lake.
Well, we talked about that there at the not last meeting, but the meeting before, I think. Cause he was wanting to know where to start, where to end, and it was kind of a consensus. I don't know if he was here that meeting or not.
Oh, I'm sure.
To, do everything while they're there, so you don't have
So
to
you
come
don't
back
have to
and
double
redo it. But yeah, they go, I think it's 8 foot wide. They go 8 foot up, and then they come back, move over 8 foot, and so yeah, they're going as close to the bank and as far up as they could. Instead of just taking like one swipe out the middle or 2 and leaving everything else to roll back
I'm
in.
assuming they're running it right now, probably.
Should be, I would think.
I'll go back there one. Well, I met their flatbed and their black service truck going back there. I'm assuming they were probably getting their start. So they're going back up there.
Are they running both pumps today or just one?
What do you mean both pumps?
What is it, a red one and what was the other one, boiler down
I
there?
think they switched them around.
Yeah, normally only have one running at a time, I think. And normally it's the orange or red one. They started out with the blue one, and I think it might have broke down, so they switched to that other one.
That's what-
Okay, well, I was back there around a week ago, there was 2 pumps sitting out there.
Yeah. I think that one broke down when they switched to that other one.
All right, anything else on that? We're gonna get to the business, none of us really wanna get to price updates for 2026.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when at the Campers Appreciation, and I made a point to speak to everybody there. Nobody was really upset with raising the prices as long as we didn't raise it a bunch. Everybody's understood the electricity, everybody understood the water. Our sewer bill, I know that our full service pays their own. The campers who use the water, that doesn't go into a sewer. Or do they consider when you dump it in?
Yeah, you haul your grain, your black water up there and you dump it into these stations.
The dump stations.
So that's where the sewer comes in.
And your
Because I was
sewer
gonna
is
say, they don't-
for water.
They don't use the sewer, but they do when they don't.
Yeah, but any amount of water that goes through the meter, we get charged sewer on. Correct.
See,
So,
that's not fair, because you don't,
That's not.
how would we explain that to them?
Because their sewer's not, it's not just like ours where we're running the water out of the sink and then it's going through our sewer lines. They're putting it in a tank and they're bringing it to a main sewer line.
But
No,
people
it's-
who like wash their campers or, use water,
There's
that
a
didn't go
permit.
into the sewer.
No,
I
mine
just,
doesn't
it
either.
doesn't seem to be correct.
There's no other way to meter it though. You don't have a meter in the sewer outlet.
And for every drop of water, you're gonna pay sewage.
Mhm.
It's just what it is.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Well, and I understand that in your home or in our full service, but I couldn't get it, my brain's small, so I couldn't get that through there.
I mean,
We're all being charged fees. I spoke with Win Energy last week, and they told me there's no way they can accurately divide the usage for power between us and them. My thing was, put a meter on the line coming in, put a meter on the line back there going out, subtract theirs off our bill, and then you've got individual meters on all the houses to charge them. To me, it shouldn't be that big a deal, but they're making it out to be a big deal. So they told me that there's no way they could accurately do that.
So we still pay.
I myself don't see why it would be a problem. You should be able to do it there and out back where the water goes through the woods and subtract one from the other and be done with it. And that would be our total. So anyway, they said we can pull the meters and then it's $35 a month for a meter. Is what we pay per month. And if we pulled those meters, then when they come back to put them up, that would be a $75 reconnect fee, which
That's where they have us, and like.
you're only, that's 2 months. So if we're down, you got
Can we
November,
not shut those meters off?
We still have to pay the third, because we did this like 3 years ago. How many meters do we have? At least 30?
There's a bunch of
There's a bunch. We went through and counted.
I think it was 50 something. I remember counting.
plus
It was a lot.
we have lights on most of them.
Yeah. Okay,
But we can pull the meters and pay the reconnect fee, and maybe I can get with them and see if they can give us a break on the reconnect fee or something maybe, but I don't know that they'll wanna do that because.
they're probably not gonna.
No.
That's right.
And I know, because we had asked about that, this has been probably 3 years ago, and they told us no.
But it's, in 2 months, you just paid the reconnect fee, basically. So
Yeah.
you're down November, December, January, February, and March. So you got 5 months
No,
there you
March
can
was-
save.
We opened in March.
Okay, so you only got 4 months. So basically, you would save $75 per meter.
You're still stepping over dollars to pick up dimes.
Right.
I think we paid around $2,000 a month for meters in the off months.
But by the same token, is there some way some of those lights can be shut down throughout the park during this,
Which lights, like the security
where
lights,
street lights and stuff, or they just run off?
they're ran off of their,
Okay. I wasn't sure.
they're not ran through our meter, we just pay so much for them to,
X amount for each light.
$9 or something a month for
For like,
security light.
which, it's nice to have them just to do drive-through, that way.
No,
so,
I understand.
you know, you can tell that if something's going on versus spotlight and everything.
All right,
So where we at on these prices? Do we wanna go through that today? What do we want to do?
The
I
ones
think we
in
should.
red on your list are the ones you raised last year.
say that again.
The prices in red are the ones you raised last year.
You didn't raise, you
Oh, we dropped.
you dropped.
No, actually, yeah, you dropped them, the rate changed,
Yeah,
They were dropped.
we raised them the year before.
yeah.
So we dropped some of them. So where are you at on the, I know the big stinkers about the marinas and the docks, so I'm comfortable there, Dan.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. But we talked about like lowering prices later in the day to let people, you know, if they're just coming out to fish 3 or 4 hours, we talk about lowering, dropping the price down later in the day.
starting at around 5 or 6,
Yeah.
like half price to get your boat on the water or something.
Right, but the next thing you know, then they go ahead and fish through the night. And I don't know.
That's just something that was brought up in one of the meetings.
Right.
I just think for like, you know, a lot of people who are working, you know, during the summer, so they're not getting off till 5 or 5:30, and if they live locally, they're not gonna pay $35 to come out for 3 hours on their boat, but they may pay 15 or 20 to go have a nice evening on the boat for a little bit with the kids, go tubing, go fishing, whatever.
Yeah, but that's daily speedboats, only $20.
Right, we lowered it down to $20 last year.
Yeah.
And if you buy
You buy the
the,
pass.
pass,
Yeah, that's true.
you're at 9 times out here and you pay for your pass.
So what changes do we wanna make for sure?
Well,
On the daily speedboat? We changed that last year.
I
Yeah, we
would
dropped-
just leave it.
we dropped it down to $20, which I'm comfortable with that. I'm leaving that alone myself, $20 just to come out, put your boat in water. And well, that's plenty, I think. I was asking Dan about the docks, cause I know when the big one raced at 400, then we dropped it back to 350.
And they're all rented with the exception of a couple that's right up against the bank.
Yeah.
So
And
nobody has a
too
problem with the 350.
No.
I'm comfortable in saying just leave the boating fees alone.
I said with that.
Can leave boating fees on.
Has anyone ever approached us as far as a small sailboat or?
I only know of one
Kayak.
sailboat that's ever on this place, and that was Mike Steele. But most of your sailboats are gonna have a small gas motor on it too.
I don't know whose it is. We have one that's actually back at a dock. Said they're all summer.
Kayaks have been asked about, and I don't know that we've obviously ever made a decision on them.
I don't think we charge.
We don't
If
charge
it's not
any
motor,
motor,
like-
if there's no motor, we don't charge.
They're,
same with the canoe.
yeah,
Did we ever rent any of those kayaks out of the water?
Every once in a great while.
Not very often.
Not very often.
Most people, if they're on kayak, don't have their own kayak.
Yeah.
So what about your, golf carts that we rent out? I know like 4th of July and stuff, they brought out a whole bunch more and they seem to all be rented, so is that still going well?
Yeah, we actually, we had a check from you.
I don't give
Okay.
them.
No, we haven't had a check from him all year that I'm.
I'll make a phone call.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a problem, but yeah.
But no, as far as them being an issue, we've not had no issue. The only issue we had, and this is kind of a story, he contacted me one evening, he wanted to know where the 6-seater golf cart is. One of the guys that comes out and rents a campsite had it on Facebook for sale. He was going to load it up and meet him down at Washington Walmart selling his golf cart back. So I ended up having to hide it around back.
And it had the Grace Reynolds right
Yeah.
on the side of it.
It had the rental golf cart on Facebook for sale.
This guy still camping here?
No. No, he rents tents every once in a great while, but, yeah.
We need to put that red flag on his.
So I have a question about those, since we're talking about them. Are they allowed out of the park or not?
No, they are not.
So then maybe somebody needs to tell Grace Reynolds.
It says it on their,
It says it
on their
on their
website.
Well, because there was somebody in here getting a golf cart on Friday and Grace Reynolds told them that they could go into town.
No, they didn't. They lied to you.
Now, I told them they couldn't
Yeah.
park without it.
No, if they
I
told
mean,
you, if they told you that Grace Reynolds
They
said
said, well, they know
that.
we're going into town, and I said, well, I'm just telling you, you're not supposed to park without the golf cart.
No, me and Kim's had a couple of discussions with like towns in town. They tried that. Well, they said it's okay, so I've told them, I said, either it's okay or else it's not okay. He goes, unless we make prior arrangements and let you know, he goes, they do not need to park. They're not insured to be on the roads
Well, and they're
outside.
not, go through the police and get the stickers
Yep.
and all of that, so they're only allowed here.
Yeah, if somebody tells you that, you just let me know and I'll come up and
Well, I told
I
them
would
they couldn't
correct
leave.
it.
I told them that, I said, well, as far as I know, you're not allowed to leave the park, so if somebody's telling you that you can, they need to contact him and let him know. That's what I told them.
So I guess my question on that would be, are they not signing a contract that has that specifically?
With
stated?
Grace Reynolds, it's
Yeah.
not, we don't have that stuff though, because we don't
We
do
just-
any of that, all we
we
do is
just
give them
fee
the keys.
holders.
Well, maybe we need a copy of their rules printed out to where you can just point and say, no, that's not.
Yeah, I think we can look it right up on their website.
Yeah,
And did we get anything from that?
there is a check.
Yeah, that's, I'll call him and tell him that we need to get our checks in for this year.
So is there a specific reason why he waits till the end of the year to write us a check?
I don't know.
I mean, I would-
I think that's how it was last year too.
We
Yeah, I
just
think
let
it was
it
this
season, yeah.
I think last year he waited till he came up and picked everything up and
So he doesn't lost.
then,
If you guys are good with that, I mean, that's up to you guys, I don't want to do that. That's fine, I suppose it wouldn't be a bad thing, because that way we have that money to help you get us through the winter too, but as long as it's all tracked and taken care of.
yep,
Well, so the daily entrance, now, I don't feel like we need to go any higher than that, plus you're adding tax to that now, so.
So that was one thing that I was doing, did you guys get the email I sent you? When they do that, okay.
Oh, yes.
So that was one thing that I was, doing research on, and they said that, it says that the daily entries fee is considered a usage fee. So we're not to charge tax on that. But then I've talked to State Board of Accounts, and they're telling me I need to talk to the Department of Revenue, which I've not been able to get a hold of anybody there yet, but I'm gonna try again today. Because they can't answer my questions on what should and should not be taxed, because maybe I'm overthinking this, but if we're not charging tax on a daily entry, then we shouldn't be charging tax on our daily lunch for our boats, because that also is a usage fee to use the lake. But I'm not the one who set up our program, our campground master, and on our D report on what I pay taxes on, our boat launch fees are 100% on there. And I didn't put that on, that's been on there since way before even happening.
So,
So I'm confused with what you charge tax with and what you don't. Other than, I know like our ice, anything we sell, I know what's in our D report. I guess what I'm confused with is why do we not charge tax on our daily entry fee, but we are charging tax on our daily boat launch fees?
I agree.
Because we do pay them for that.
So to me, either the Department of Revenue or whoever, State Board of Accounts, should have that all black and white. I mean, they own state parks.
Yeah, State Board of Accounts does
So
not
there should
have
be
all
no
that.
gray area as to what we charge or what we don't charge.
Right. But I will also say in our D report, with what I pay taxes on, what we pay sales tax on, or state tax on, is the golf cart rentals is not on there. And that is something we should be charging tax for, because it's something we pay tax for. Ice and wood, all that stuff is stuff that we pay tax, but it's not on our D report, so I don't understand. And even with the gate entry fees, this says not to charge tax, but if you look it up, if you Google it again, it'll say absolutely if you're private owned, or it'll say that it depends on your specific business which you charge tax on. And like I said, I've talked to State Board of Accounts. I spoke with someone and I emailed someone. I have the email literally right here. I think did I send it to you guys or forward it to you guys or no?
I think I saw the first one that.
Okay. Well, I printed out what they emailed me, and they don't know. I mean, and the person I spoke with, she goes, that's not we don't have the answers to that. And I said, well, your State Board of Accounts, how do you not have the
The
answers to
person
that?
that does have the.
That's the Department of Revenue. You need to talk to the Department of Revenue,
Which will be on hold all day.
which I was, everything was closed Monday. We weren't here anyway, but this was Friday afternoon that State Board of Accounts, about 15 minutes before I left. So finally got back with me.
Yeah, continue looking into that if you would, let us know, I guess, because if we're charging tax on something that we don't need to be charging tax on, it's pointless because we're just generating revenue for the state. It doesn't help.
And not only that, but like I said, if a gate entry fee is a usage fee, then why would our daily boat passes not be a usage fee? So why are we paying taxes on our daily motorboat, speedboat, all our daily boat launches? When I do taxes, that is in what I'm paying taxes on. They're not exempt.
But on our list here, they're not called taxes, they're just called like usage fees.
So that's what I'm confused on. So anyway, that is what I'm doing. I just wanted to let you guys know today, my task is to attempt to get a hold of somebody at Department of Revenue that can clarify. You know, because not only do I not want to charge people taxes that is unnecessary, I mean, but I also don't want to pay taxes on something we're not supposed to be paying taxes on.
Okay, thanks. Move on to something else here. Well, I know how we can generate a little bit of money, but I'm not sure it'd be worth it. I mentioned this before. If we would allow side-by-sides to bypass in a golf cart, but it might be kind of hard to control. I've heard it sell on fast that way.
I'm 100%.
Maybe out of control. You can't. You'll have to. I definitely wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, we had trouble with it before. They tore up everything and
And
that's
that's
why
with
they.
golf carts, yeah.
Yeah. We have enough trouble with golf carts tearing up stuff, so.
They're loud, they're fast, you're talking like fatality.
And then you throw the alcohol in involved
Correct.
with it.
Yeah.
Definitely not for that.
I'm doing that like a flip.
All right.
I have that conversation with 10 different people every day. And, well, we won't do nothing. Well, until you're 6 beers deep and you're like, yeah, let's go up that hill. Or let's go do donuts on the golf course.
Well, and that's what, like, a golf cart accident, yes, obviously we know there can be major injuries that that gentleman last year, but like with the side by side, you're guaranteeing major injuries.
Moving right along,
Huh?
moving right along.
So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna raise the rates again, lower them?
Our golf, we're definitely not, I don't see anything in our hurry to lower.
Yeah, I think we
we
should
took
lower
care of that last
anything.
year. your golfing stuff, I don't know that I would, I mean, if everybody's happy with that, I'm good with all that golfing fees. I mean, I don't see where the rates are changing to that, does anybody?
The thing that kills us, things like the electrical bill, $50,000 a month.
We've got to get a handle on electric golf carts, outside refrigerators, outside lighting. We have to get a handle on that.
I
I
really think
agree.
the lighting are the least of our concerns, 'cause like the LEDs don't pull that much. It's
Well,
the
I'm not talking
fridges.
about LEDs, I'm talking about the ones that have the big outside lights. No, the LEDs are perfect.
Yeah. I don't know if we can say only LED outside. I mean, but then it comes up with the issue of how to replace that. I mean, I don't feel like that seems like a realistic option, you know, Damon, we're probably thinking like, no, that's just one more thing to deal with. I don't know how you monitor that closely.
We can make them turn their timers off at midnight. And they light up the woods out here.
We got people
All
that's not
week.
been here for a week,
I know.
and their lights are all down in the woods or around their campsite.
For 2 years, we tried to get people to go green and
I think the outside fridges and the electric golf carts are probably like what's killing us. I mean, the dual air conditioners, all of that.
Why can you not just make them, you put a clause in there that everything has to be, all your outside lights has to be solar?
I don't see that that's a problem.
They make some pretty good solar lights.
Do they do?
They do.
But then what are you gonna do about the refrigerators?
Yeah.
Well, that's
air
And
conditioning.
that's costing us about $10, well,
Husband, yeah.
$7 a month.
I'll put a $15 extra refrigerator, charge on it. If they're gonna have a refrigerator, make them take
$15 a month.
an extra $15 a month.
but they're gonna hide them in tents,
But
so we can't.
Again, this is gonna monitor that. They got a refrigerator inside the cargo trailers, inside the tents.
But security's around enough driving around, so
If
am
you're
I.
not asked to
Where-
verify whether they have like that magnet or sticker on there that we would give them to say they've paid their application for the extra thing, like, and then, like, you know, and then if they don't, it's a write-up.
A
I
lot
mean,
of
I don't
them,
know, I'm just talking out loud, I don't
Good
know.
points.
a lot of them will be honest enough to pay for it. You're gonna have some that's gonna try to sneak, but they are going to mess up and either I'll be around driving, because we're out and about.
You're a lot.
Security's out and about a lot. We're gonna see it, we're gonna notice that, hey, if you don't have that sticker showing that he has that refrige paid for, so.
Remember the
Then we can
camper
get
that
it.
ran the cord from their camper to the back house?
So,
I mean, we caught it, obviously,
Yeah.
but
I think you could just get cheap colored magnets, that say like red for this year, blue, whatever.
yep.
It's just like the passes, it's just a plain magnet that they can stick on there to prove that they've paid their application fee or whatever.
And so you're gonna charge them for refrigerators, are you gonna charge them for double ACs, are you gonna charge them if they have an electric golf cart?
well, your ACs are made onto your camper, this is just extra that they have.
This is just
Yeah,
extra,
exterior lighting.
exterior, yeah.
But if we don't do something, we're gonna have to raise rates.
And we've begged and begged and begged, and they don't listen. They just take advantage and continue on.
Yeah, if you don't want us to outlaw your extra fridges, fine, but let's come to a compromise and make it feasible for everyone then.
And that way, so the people that actually has them is getting punished versus somebody that don't have that extra
Yeah,
So we talking per month or per year?
per month.
now, my other thing with the per month is then if you do the magnet, that doesn't really,
Yeah.
there's no way to monitor if they've paid for that month, where if you did like a per year application and they pay like a
Just add
one-time
it,
fee, that might make it a little more simple.
Right.
Simple would be good, but I don't know that they'll pay that.
I don't know
They'll
that,
fuss about
well, I don't know
that.
about like a $45 fee or something or $50 fee for a fridge for the year. I'm just, I started just throwing thoughts out there, I don't
Would
know.
50 cover it, Damon, if we charged 50?
I don't really know how much a fridge uses, honestly. I would say 50 would be plenty.
I don't think I would claim it.
I think it's about $10 a month.
$7 per refrigerator or freezer.
Is that?
What if they have both?
that $7 a day.
What do you got, Barry?
What happens if you come in mid-year? How you gonna charge for the full year?
I still say you just,
If you don't charge per month, then the people come in for this.
I still say it's just a one, I think it would make everybody's life easier for a one-time fee.
Would certainly make our life easier.
And if they show up half of a year, we can always fudge that, you know, if they're here for 3 months, you know, they come in the last 3 months, we can just break the $50 a month down to what it would be and charge them that. We kind of do that sometimes with like the boat docks and that kind of stuff.
Or even 40, as long as
That's,
it's.
I usually work out the parking when they come in with road rage.
They pay enough.
They pay a lot.
That part is where we really make our money.
Yeah.
Midtown.
That was been
Well,
it.
they're not having the extra, like, year-round freezer, fridge, or, you know,
Yeah.
I guess.
If we prorate the monthly, you guys pay like $10 or $11 a day, they pay $40 a day.
And I'm not talking about,
Yeah.
and I'm not talking about the built-in fridges on the camper, like, that's part of
Like
the
in
camper.
part of a
I'm
trailer.
talking about the
Oh, yeah.
extra, okay, I just want to make that clear, I'm not talking about the camper.
Oh, I got one, but I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'd
You want me
look
to
at,
score that for you?
No,
I'd look at $40 per outside appliance. And whether it be a refrigerator or freezer, if they've got one of each, then that's
And
You pay for
the
each.
electric golf cart falls under that also.
like.
The electric golf cart, I don't feel like we ought to touch that. This is
I
just
don't know how you
reasons.
can.
So,
Okay.
I,
I have no idea, I just,
and honestly, the newer electric golf carts, everybody has, I don't think it cost much to charge those anymore.
So, I don't know, traveling plans, Robocop and police and all that stuff, why don't we just put a $10 extra charge on to the monthly camp?
you need to do that for everybody across the board.
and then the 2% raise on top of that,
Instead of making,
then the 2% raise on top of the $10.
Do we charge for like?
The late maintenance fee, you guys said you were gonna charge the late maintenance fee on the seasonal campers this year. That's what
We
you guys said.
haven't been.
We haven't.
Yeah, that was discussed way back then, but
I'd rather see the people that do it pay for it.
That's always been my argument with the metering too, it's just obviously never to get to them, like, I hate to just throw it across the board to subsidize other people, just if you pay for it, you use, who cares, then use as much as you want. I just
if
don't
you
think
raise,
everybody-
if you raise $3.40 a month, 2%, you're looking at $6.80. Why don't we just make it even $10?
just forget the
Make
2.5.
it $3.50 and be done with it.
Okay, so,
say that again.
Yeah, say that again.
So we're at $3.40 a month right now for a monthly camp.
Mhm.
If you take the 2% of that, you're $6.80. So why don't we just do the, add $10 to it?
and forget the
And make it
2.5%.
$3.50 even.
and then forget the refrigerator.
And then forget the refrigerator, and police and all that crap. You're never gonna control it. Then you're gonna have Joe Blow come in here and say, well, I'm getting charged for that. My neighbor here has 2 of them in his camper, in his street, in his trailer. You're not,
So
you're not charging him.
Are you talking about raising it $10 for the, just for across the board for everybody that may or may not have a refrigerator? Because we don't want to monitor that, or are you talking about the 2% late maintenance fee?
No, I'm talking about just raising
Okay.
it from $3.40 straight to $3.50. and be done.
And not being too.
Oh, and you're not gonna charge the late maintenance fee on seasonal camping?
Do we collect sales tax on our camper? On a monthly?
Not,
No, we don't, no, they don't have to pay innkeepers or sales tax or anything.
We do on the weekly. we-
Yeah, daily, weekly, they
Charge.
do pay,
Yes.
yep,
So.
and they already paid triple whatever they have to pay.
Anyway, I don't know.
It would certainly be the easiest
It's
route.
$10 a month, actually leaving $3.50. and done with it.
What about $5 a month? What do that do for us?
What do you think? 2 campers, what do you got?
I think it's fair.
Well, you got minimum.
Leave it $3.50.
Well, B circle is $3.75. Are you gonna be?
He's in C, he's
Some
a,
C
he's
circle,
like,
that's
that's
for
right.
C circle 375.
No, go ahead, be
Go
smart.
ahead and be fine.
So then are you,
Yeah, but C is 475.
Well, I'll move to A then.
That price followed you.
So you're gonna raise the golf cart passes too?
I don't know about that.
so on seasonal camp, are you going to do the full hookup as well, like the Lover's Lane? I know that Willow
They
Lane
pay
pays
for
their own
their
electric.
own, right?
Willow Lane doesn't.
Willow doesn't?
Willow does, Lover's Lane does.
I mean, Lover's Lane doesn't, yeah, Willow Lane
I
does.
think that, I feel like all full hookups should, like, that's an easy fix.
Oh, pay their own.
Either, but
It's gonna be an expensive fix, so
they're
we'll
not,
order
we don't
meters.
have the meters, I thought we had the extra meters.
No, we just ordered enough to do a like trial run up there and hook them up in a couple other sites, just to kind of see what they use.
What do they use per month, you have an idea? But they're on Duke though, right?
Yeah, they are.
They're on Duke, so that's higher than wind, but still, do we know what they give us a month?
If you look at the schedule of claims, you would,
Does anybody stay back here year round?
At Lover's Lane? Yeah, we have,
not that,
Where's my claim? I don't know where
where's
these.
the clipboard?
I don't know.
I think, 1, 2,
Oh, I don't.
well, 5 that staying here around this year.
So it's the only thing that runs off of Duke
Off of
Energy.
I can't imagine.
Possibly 6, I don't know if that other guy will.
I can imagine. He-
It depends on what they, one lady's was running 300
Oh, that's
dollars.
how much
She
it
was
is.
space heaters,
That one lady
but they have to pay for it.
said hers,
Okay, you say it. So there's
the
only
two ladies
four,
that live
there's only
camper
four
that one
campers.
Oh,
person,
damn.
it was
And this is what they pay.
unbelievably high.
Four campers.
We had,
Yeah, but they were running
That's
all
Willow Lane.
electric heaters.
Cruising
That's
apart,
that's only
place.
four campers
Yeah.
on there, that's what the four.
I had one person tell me that, I don't think they're hurting, was that
Yeah.
there was a
But
lady
she-
who has
Jane
cargo
says it
trailer,
varies, like,
who
one
had
lady
work
uses
machine in the
it
back,
by
hooked up on
herself,
a cargo
sharing
trailer.
with space heaters, 1 month.
And then she just dumped the water down the ground. The work
That's-
machine.
Give your own, which is expensive.
Are you kidding?
But each one of
I
those
would be
people are getting
surprised.
that, right?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they have to pay them, yeah. But it's also, take into consideration that is also, you know, now,
Yeah,
where
that's
it's
cool.
not that, it's
Right.
cool months, they're not running their ACs.
Plus
Yeah.
it's shade.
Because sometimes they're a little bit higher than that.
That's shade.
But that's still a good example, that's only four campers. on
Yeah.
that, and
I've
that's,
seen it be, well, I think in the middle of the summer, maybe it was, maybe, I don't know, I don't wanna guess and be wrong, but
yeah,
maybe
But it's close to
eight,
double that.
seven, yeah, probably $800.
All right, so we're gonna move up to
Okay,
Are we doing,
$350 a month.
are we doing Lover's Lane? Did we decide?
and if it's covering everything, it's fine.
it's an extra 100 a month already.
But is that covering, what is Willow Lane pay?
350.
Plus their electric.
Okay,
Lover's Lane's 450, electric included.
electric included, okay. All right,
And we don't have a water meter on those out there, do we?
And we don't have water meters on those.
The additional rent on, daily camping primitive, we're charging $6.
No, that's it, just for
Additional
Extra.
10.
That's what,
Yeah,
yeah,
they can charge 20 and then each additional 10's another 6.
can we look at increasing those?
no, I wouldn't.
Any other changes? Or just raising only?
He mentioned the golf carts, now where's that at?
and then,
Down to the bottom, you can see it, of
Golf cart
course.
pass.
They're already
Daily interest is
$50.
$7.
$50
$50,
a year.
yeah.
That's plenty out
I agree.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I got 3, I don't need to raise it anymore.
there. I think 50's plenty for that myself.
I think too, I think
Yeah.
that's too much.
But they're paying it now, so let's not lower it.
And electricity, that's all costs, the charging and all of that.
What about your, shelter houses and so on and so forth? Anybody see a problem with any of that down there on the bottom, that bottom section? The kayak rentals, should we drop that and maybe try to get more people to use those, Damon, or? what do you
Yeah,
think?
we tried. But like you said, a lot of people that comes in the kayak brings their own.
Yeah,
But yeah, we can try dropping that down.
drop it to 20.
Yeah, we can try it.
All right, that,
What is it?
the kayak, daily kayak rental for the kayaks that we purchased that nobody seems to want to use.
How much did you say though?
We're charging 30, I suggest dropping it to 20 and maybe we pick up some extra business.
Works.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea to me.
And then we can work that next year.
It doesn't cost us anything.
No, very long, so,
Anything that costs us, I don't think we should drop, but
I mean, a lot of people
that's fine.
don't even know if they can do it, so they're not really afraid to spend money.
Works for me.
I think I'd flip over if I tried it.
Well, that's fine.
So the shelter houses, you guys are comfortable with all that?
Yeah.
So basically, we're leaving everything alone except adding $10 to the monthly rate.
What about our bulk trailer storage for camper, $25 a month, is that what that is? We got $25 a year.
That's $25 a month.
I say leave it.
Bottom.
Right above the kayaks.
Does very many people store that back there, Damon? The
There's
trailer?
a few.
Yeah. And during the summer, they're pretty full.
No complaints?
I don't think so, but
Yeah.
What do you think about leaving it where it's at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you said, if it.
It doesn't cost us anything.
You got a motion on
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we leave all the prices the same other than monthly camping. We raise it $10 a month to an even $3.50.
And kayak drop.
Kayaks.
Kayaks drop to 20. Other than that, they leave everything else
it?
the same.
Anybody second that motion?
So,
All in favor?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And then we don't have to go around policing people on the refrigerators.
I agree.
freezers,
That makes it easier.
Less fights.
Yes.
Oh, it would be.
I think the less you have to police, the better. There are just some things you can't
Yeah.
avoid.
All right.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Complaints over the $10 increase, Terry?
do I think it will be?
For
Yeah.
some reason.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
But they have to know why we're doing it. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. Is everything raised?
It's like,
Yeah,
do
there's
you want
one.
to mention, you guys know, when you guys did the prices on the cabins, last year, when we did this,
Adjourned, right?
you didn't change
Yes.
anything on your weeklies.
I didn't hear you.
You guys didn't change anything on